Good afternoon and welcome to our tip-off conference. To all our friends in the media, thank you so much for joining us here as we begin the B.League season for 2024-2025. I'm Anthony Suntay. I'm going to be your host here for this afternoon. And a little bit later on, we're also going to be joined by some of the players, and you'll have the chance to be able to speak to them as this tip-off conference begins. But once again, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us. We're going to be starting the season in just a few days. And so we're going to start things off right here, right now, to be able to explain to you exactly what you can expect from the B.League here this season. So right now, we're going to have an opening message from our chairman, Shinji Shimada. Here's what he has to say to everyone.
はい、B リーグチェアマンの島田真二です。本日はリソナグループ B リーグ2024-25シーズンティップオフカンファレンスにご参加いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。2026年の B 革新を目指して B リーグは日本の中で非常に大きな盛り上がりを見せております。NBA に次ぐ世界第2位のリーグになるべくグローバル化も進めております。今シーズンは日本国籍を除き23カ国の国籍の異なる選手が B リーグに所属し16人ものアジア特別枠の選手がプレーをする予定となっております。またアジア特別枠は2025-26シーズンには14の国と地域まで拡大をする予定となっております。アジアで最もグローバルなリーグになっていくことをと思います。皆さんの国の選手はもちろんですが、さまざまなアジアの国々からの選手が活躍して B リーグが作る最高のスポーツエンターテインメントを通して世界中にアジアのバスケットボールを広めていきたいというふうに考えています。皆さんの国で配信をご覧になるのはもちろんですが、ぜひ日本にお越しいただいて B リーグの試合会場に足を運んでいただいて、ぜひ体感していただきたいなというふうに思っています。
Mr. Shimada, thank you very much for that very nice message. And as you all know, the B-League is going to be entering its 9th season, and there will be 8 Filipino players as the Asia Kota imports. And at the same time, there also are going to be 3 new Taiwanese players that will be showcasing their wares here this coming 2024-2025 season. And to be able to know a little bit more about that, we're going to bring in another friend. We're going to have Mr. Okamoto of BLG International Group that can explain especially what people can expect about these Asia Kota imports.
Hi everyone, this is now Okamoto, the Executive Officer of the B.League in the international business. So let me explain a bit about what we are trying to do in the Asian region. From since 2020, we opened up the Asian slot to the 5 different countries, which is, of course, Philippines is included. And then, the Saudi Ravena was, the very first player, Philippine players who played for the Philippines, sorry, for the B.Leagues. And then, the many of the Philippine players made a great track record. And after 4 years from this year, next season onwards, we open up 8 more countries, which is Singapore, India, Macau, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Mongolia, Thailand, and Vietnam. And then next year, from 2025-2026 season onwards, this is the very first time for us to open up the Lebanon, one of the Middle East countries, to open up. So that will be exciting. And then like Mr. Chairman Shimada mentioned, we are aiming to become a #2 league in the world. Of course, we want to be the showcase of the Asia. So this expansion is something, that we believe this expansion help our diversity and make this league very, exciting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Okamoto-san. And now we're going to be talking about, there was actually, for the very first time last season, they have what they call the B.League award show. And at the same time, they were able to recognize one of the Asia players because they have a new category, which they call the Impressive Asia Player of the Year. And the very first winner of that particular award was 30 Ravenna, who was actually the very first Philippine player to play in the B.League. And here we have 30 Ravenna.
The Impressive Asia Player of the Year goes to Sign Neo Phoenix, 30 Ravenna. All the players who have nationalities from China, Chinese Taipei, Indonesia, Philippines, and Korea are all essential players of the B-Leagues. 30 Ravenna is the first winner to receive the Impressive Asia Player of the Year award.
I just want to thank some people. So first of all, I'd like to thank the B.League for giving me this award, Mr. Now as well. Second, I want to thank my family for supporting me all throughout my life. And my team, my club, the San Neo Phoenix, I just want to thank you for the trust and the relationship that we've had these last 4 years. And of course, I'd like to thank the man above, God, for making all of this possible. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone.
So congratulations to 30 Ravenna, the recipient of the very first Impressive Asia Player of the Year. We're going to find out who's going to be the Impressive Asia Player of the Year for this season, 2024-2025. But just to give you an idea, right now there are 24 clubs that play in the B1. So there's also a B2. And what happens is here in the B-League, there's a promotion and a relegation. So what happens is there are going to be 2 teams from B2 that actually qualified now for the B1. So they were promoted. Actually, 2 years ago, the Shiga Lakes were actually in B1. Unfortunately for them, they were demoted. But again, they were, after that relegation last year, they are now promoted. And so 2 teams will be making it now to B1. As you can see there on your screens, it's the Shiga Lakes and also the Koshigaya Alphas. So that will comprise the 24 squads that will be competing in B1. And so there you can see the different squads. You have the Happinets. You have Hokkaido squad, Levanga, where Dwight Ramos is competing. You also have Sendai 89ers. There you have the Ibaraki Robots as well. The newly promoted Alpha squad, the Chiba Jets, who some of you saw action during the pre-league. And so right now, we're going to introduce to you some of the players that are joining us here for our tip-off conference for this season 2024 to 2025. And he's none other than Dwight Ramos. Dwight Ramos, obviously a mainstay in the Philippine national team. He played a key role in the victory over Latvia in the OQT this past summer. Philippine media is very familiar with his game. He's an all-around player who excels both in offense and in defense. He can hit from the outside as well. And he's not afraid to go inside, as you can see there.
そこをしっかり使っていくドワイト・ラモス。
そうですね、この右手の上がっていた
ファーストブレイクが多くなってくると茨城のペースになりますが、ここはミスになります。島谷スピードを上げてラモス。
So that was Dwight Ramos in his 4th season in Japan and 3rd in Hokkaido, and he has assumed the captainship position for his squad. Another player that is very familiar to the Filipino media, of course, is Kai Soto, who will be playing for Kashigaya Alphas. Last season, he played with Yuki Kawamura in Yokohama, and he had a great connection here with Yuki Kawamura. That was a great Mutt and Jeff combination.
水曜日のゲームキックオフ最初のオフェンスは横浜。
He and Kawamura combined for 12.8 points and 57.7% of the field goals. And here we have some of the big players in Japan. Of course, these two players are part of their national squad. Number 2, Yuki Togashi, and number 1, Yuta Watanabe, who you also saw in the Paris Olympics. And both of these players did so well for their squad.
渡辺裕太、ここはかわして自分で行く、押し込んでいきました。このシュート技を見せました渡辺裕太で勝利しています。さあ荒尾からソウルの
After 6 seasons in the NBA and a stellar career with the national squad, he joins the Chiba Jets. He's going to bring a whole lot of firepower to this squad. Not to mention Yuki Togashi, who has been part of the national squad for quite a while as well, and he brings his breakneck speed, exceptional passing, and at the same time, he also has tremendous shooting from 3-point distance. He was also MVP of the Emperor's Cup and also MVP of the EASL last season. So those are two players that you can look out for as we look at some of the other players that we want to highlight here in the B-League. Of course, we have Kiefer Avena. Kiefer Avena is known as the Phenom and one of the big stars of Philippine basketball. He was a mainstay of the Shiga Lakes, and he was one of the main factors why they are now promoted to B1. But this season, he will now be parading his wares with the Yokohama B Corsairs. Actually, you saw him in action. We also had a game of Yokohama just a few weeks back. And Kiefer did so well for his squad there. So you can see he has adjusted, not just to Japanese brand of play, but he's been able to adjust to life in Japan and at the same time to his new team. Next player, of course, is Matthew Wright, number 35 for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. He used to showcase his wares in the PBA, and right now he's in his 3rd season in the B-League. He's an excellent all-around scorer, not just for Kyoto. And in fact, in one game, he scored 34 points, actually 37, check that, 37 points in one game. This season, he definitely will play a good position, both on offense and also on defense for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Let's talk about some more of the emerging stars here in the B-League. And let's talk about Ray Parks. Ray Parks, number 1, will be playing for Osaka Evesa. He also played briefly in the PBA and was part of the national team and always has a winning
Recording in
mentality.
progress.
He's a calm 3-and-D player, but he also has the intensity and passion which he showed in the third round of the championship semifinals last season. This season, he moves team. He moves to Osaka. And Osaka has made major roster changes, and they expect to make it to the B-League playoffs, which is what they call the B-League Championship. Now let's talk about number 15, AJ Edu. Another one of the emerging big men for the Philippine national squad, along with Kai Soto. He's one of the top inside players for the national squad. He made his professional debut last season as a member of the Toyama Grouses. He did quite well, averaging 13.1 points a game and 8.9 rebounds, but unfortunately, his season ended early because of an injury. This season, he joins Nagasaki Velka, which will open a new arena, and he aims to grow and contribute to this squad as he wants head coach Modi Mayor to be able to bring this squad to greater heights. So there you have it. There will be 60 games per team, 4 games each, with all teams in the same conference, 2 games at home and 2 games away. And then you also have 2 games each with all the teams in the other conference. So it may be home or it may be away, and this is going to be done on a random basis. So only 8 teams will be able to make it to the championship round, which is the playoffs. 2 teams from each conference, and then 2 teams also as wild cards. That's a setup that we have here. And in B2, there are 14 clubs spread all over Japan. And there you have them on your screens. These are the squads that will be hoping to be able to make it to B1 next season. And you have here Roosevelt Adams. He played also in the PBA before moving to Japan. Last season was his 2nd year in Japan, and he joined the Yamagata Wyverns. He's an all-around forward, and their squad made it to the playoffs last season. You can see him here in the open court. He's very difficult to stop. So he felt it was a good start last season for Yamagata, and he's hoping he can contribute to Yamagata once again. So that was Roosevelt Adams. Right now, let's talk about this youngster, Sean Jeffrey Chu of the Orange Vikings of Ehime. He's a graduate of the prestigious Ateneo University and has experience playing for the national squad as well. Ehime is a team with 40% winning percentage, and you expect this youngster Chu to be able to play a big role as they try to accumulate wins, and he becomes a player that will be loved by all the fans here in Ehime. So once again, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us here for the tip-off conference for the B-League season 2024-2025. And now we'd like to share what the players have to say. Here's a video message from the players in the Asian Special Kota.
I'm looking forward to playing against my Filipino brothers out here in Japan for another year. We always love to represent our country and playing in a different countries' league. Hopefully, each and every one of us can perform and showcase our talents as individuals and as Filipinos. And to all the Filipino supporters back at home, maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsuporta sa mga career namin. Sana proud kayo sa amin at binibigay namin yung best namin para i-representa yung bayan ng Pilipinas. So maraming salamat and sana patuloy nyo kaming panoorin dito sa B.League.
My goal for this season is to be able to help our team in any way, get some wins and hopefully get to the playoffs. And I hope you guys support me and my team this coming season. I hope to see you guys there soon. Go Vikes!
Hello everyone, this is Roosevelt Adams from the Yamagata Wyverns. My aspiration and goals this year is to do a lot better than we did last year and get further in the playoffs, and personally do much better on and off the court. And to all my Filipino fans out there, please continue to support us. I love you guys and thank you.
Hi, I'm Bobby Ray Carter Jr. I wear jersey number 1 for Osaka Visa.
Yeah, so what's your season goal?
My season goal is definitely to have more wins than last year. We want to change the culture here at Osaka. I know we got a new great coach, so I'm definitely excited for the season. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody out there to come out and support us. And yeah, we want to make you and the city of Osaka proud.
Okay. And after you joined the Osaka, how did you feel about the team? Atmosphere?
Well, it's definitely a blessing and a privilege to play for Osaka, and I'm definitely excited, like I said, for this season. It was great energy, the reception from my teammates. They welcomed me, the staff welcomed me, and also the city of Osaka welcomed me. So I really appreciate everybody for giving a warm welcome. Now it's time to go to work, and I'm excited.
As a team, what do you guys want to accomplish as a team?
Well, as a team, we want to accomplish getting to the playoffs. That's the first step, and then winning a championship for the city of Osaka. We're definitely hungry, we're young, we're ready, and hey, we'll see how it goes this season. We just have to stay healthy and stay focused on what we need to do.
Just message to the everybody.
I just want to give a shout out to all the Osaka Visa boosters, the fans, the city of Osaka, the B.League. Thank you so much for the honor and the privilege of representing Osaka and putting on the B.League jersey. And I'm looking forward to this great season. That's all support, not just me, but also my teammates, Team Osaka, and also whoever you decide to support in the B.League. But hey, let's have a good year together.
So there you heard from some of the players that are representing the Philippines here for the B-League season 2024 to 2025. And now we're going to give you some idea of the schedule, the live streaming schedule of the B-League games. So there are going to be 150 regular season games live on the B.League YouTube and Facebook channel. 50 regular season games will be live, and some will be a delayed broadcast on Solar Sports. There are also going to be 36 regular season games live and delayed broadcasting on Signal. So on Wednesday, there are going to be 1 or 2 selected games per day, and on a Saturday and a Sunday, 1 to 2 selected games on a per day basis. But you're guaranteed at least 1 game every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's live on YouTube, their Facebook channel, Solar Sports, and Signal. So please make sure you watch all the games and you follow all the players and all the action for the B-League season 2024 to 2025. And now we're going to move on and actually have the interview with some of the players that were able to join us here this afternoon. And so let's double check who are the players that are with us, and then we can shoot some questions so that they can answer the questions. In fact, a lot of the friends from the media in the Philippines have already sent their questions here as well. So let's see who is joining us here. Who do we start with? Well, obviously, the first question has to be, we need to find out, especially for those Filipino players that change teams, we want to find out why they decided to change teams. That's very interesting for a lot of the fans and definitely for the media as well. So can we now bring in the players that are joining us here? Obviously, a lot of questions here for one of the fan favorites in the Philippines, in Dwight Ramos. Just hang on. And again, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us here for the tip-off conference. The B.League season for 2024-2025 will be starting in just a few. And that's why we're having this, because we want to make sure that everybody is set for the season that is about to begin. A lot of excitement, and a lot of the teams really feel that they do have a legitimate shot of not just making it to the B.League championship, but they feel that they can win the title overall. A lot of teams have actually made sure that they've gotten great imports, they've gotten great recruits, and they're looking forward to what's going to be a good season. So just hold on. We're going to try to get some of the players here for you. So Kai Soto's joining us here. Kai, good afternoon, Kai.
Good afternoon.
Well, first and foremost, the fans want to find out why was the decision to be able to transfer teams?
I think Koshigaya had the best offer, and they had the best plan for me. So yeah, I talked to the GM, the head coach, and I really liked what they told me. So that's why I went to Koshigaya office.
Have you been able to practice with the team? And so far, how is the team looking?
Yeah, I've been here for I think more than a month, and we've had a couple of preseason games already, and yeah, we're still not in our best shape yet. Still have to work on our chemistry or everything. So I mean, we still got time before the season starts. So it's gonna be a challenging year. But I trust my teammates. They all work hard, so it's gonna be a fun season.
Well, we're looking forward to that, Kai. Kai, unfortunately for you, you've had injuries here and there, even when you were the national team. How is your injury status right now?
I'm completely healthy right now. I just can't wait to start the season.
Perfect. Is there anything that you want to add to your game still? Because obviously it seems like you are complete, but I know you guys are perfectionists. So from your point of view, is there something that you still want to add to your game?
I'm still far from complete, so I still have to keep on working. Especially, my body. I still have to get stronger, faster, and yeah, I just gotta get better every day so I can help my team win.
In terms of the chemistry, how's the chemistry doing?
It's getting better.
You and your teammates.
It's getting better each day. The guys in my team are great guys. They're all fun to be around, and it's been easy to be around them. So it gets better throughout the week. So yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay, we're now going to open the floor now to our friends from the media. Anybody want to send a question to Kai Soto, please? Let's see if they're going to be typing it or if they're going to be actually voicing it out. Let's see. Jack from ABS-CBN, do you have a question?
Yes, Kai, here in the Philippines, we have the 4-point shot. Do you think it's a good idea that the B-League should adopt the same? Is it good for the game? What do you think?
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's just right. I think if I was the commissioner, I wouldn't have a 4-point line. I would just remove the 3-point line and make the 3-point line even farther. Like the NBA, they got farther 3-point line, so the spacing is better. It's more, of course, bigger. But no, I would not add a 4-point line.
Thanks, Kai. Probably ask the other players later the same question. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack. I believe some of the other players are here as well. Who else is joining us here? I think I see AJ Edu. AJ with us?
Yep.
Hey, AJ. Good
Hey, how you
afternoon.
doing?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Just wanted to find out, obviously, let the media know exactly what you're looking forward to this coming season and how has your preparations been?
Yeah, looking forward to my second year now in B.League. Yeah, looking forward to what our team can accomplish. I think we have an exciting group of players, new stadium, new facilities. So just really looking forward to what we can achieve.
In terms of your health, how's your injury status?
Oh yeah, I'm healthy now.
That's good. We hope you stay healthy for the rest of the season.
Yep, that's the goal.
Any questions out there for AJ? Jack?
Okay. Sorry, AJ. So, how was your assessment of the league during your first year? Was it harder than what you expected?
No, I thought, the quality of the league was good. Definitely challenging in terms of those back-to-back games. That was very different for me, and different for my body to adjust to. But in general, really enjoyed the level of play and the style of play. And I was thankful at Toyama. Had a lot of freedom to really play with confidence. So yeah, it was a good year for me, despite the injury last season.
Right. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack. I saw in the chat there's a question, I think, from Kiko. Let me see if I can read it out. It says, AJ, more than strength and conditioning, what else did you work on during your time away from the court?
Honestly, the biggest emphasis was strength and conditioning. I mean, obviously, I've had a history of a couple knee injuries now, so the biggest factor in that is just having strong enough legs to carry the power that I'm outputting. So that was a big emphasis this summer, was just strength and conditioning. Yeah.
Thanks, AJ. Just hold on. Kai, hold on as well, because we're going to bring in Dwight Ramos. Dwight, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Dwight, first and foremost, you're going to be team captain now. So how is that going to feel? Is that going to be a different load on your shoulders?
A little bit. Is just talking more with the guys, trying to get everybody together, and keeping everybody together during the game.
In terms of your choosing teams, a lot of the fans also want to find out what was the logic, so to speak, behind that one.
Well, I just love it here. And the coaches, the staff, GM, everybody, they make me feel valued here and wanted. So that's pretty much all you can ask for with the players, like an organization that believes in you.
Correct. That's very well said. In terms of looking forward to the coming season, how has your preparation been and how's the chemistry so far here with your squad?
We've been working pretty much every day. We're working hard, building chemistry, of course, but a lot of preseason games, and we're just going to keep getting better.
Has the previous seasons in Japan taught you a few things that you know that you can bring into coming to this new season?
For sure. I mean, I already know that the schedule of the game's always tough, so I figured out how to take care of myself and be ready for the second game, which is a big part of the league.
How long did it take you to adjust to that? Because we know when I talk to a lot of the Filipino players, especially coming from the Philippines, you know you never will be playing back-to-back games, but in Japan you do, especially Saturday and Sunday.
Um, I mean, it's still hard even when you're adjusted. You know it's coming. There's nothing like you just got to be ready. It's a lot of mental strength, mental toughness.
Jack, do you have a question here for Dwight?
Dwight, same question with Kai, since you're a guard. What are your thoughts on the 4-point shot? Do you think the B.League could use something like that, or not a good idea?
Well, I mean, I saw a couple of the games and like the 4-point shot was um exciting, of course, because you see somebody make a shot from so far, but I know they put it in trying to remove teams from playing zone, but I mean, you don't need to do that. If you want to break a zone, then you just get a better zone offense. So I don't really see the need for 4-point line.
All right. Thanks, Dwight.
Yeah.
Kiko, do you have a question? So while Kiko's there, he's typed his question. So this is for all the players. So let's start with Dwight, since we're talking to you. How does being part of the Gila squad help you bonding on and off the court while you're there in Japan? Obviously, because most of your teammates, Dwight, are here in the Philippines.
Well, they're all my guys and on the team, and so whenever I get to see them, you know, it's like when you see your friend after a long time. So more than just teammates or opponents here in Japan, like these guys are all my friends.
Right. Let's ask AJ the same question. So, how is part of being Gilas help you bonding on and off the court with the guys there in Japan, AJ?
Yeah, for sure. As Dwight said, plays a big part, and it's always really cool to see, each other succeed and do well. This past week, I got to see the last bit of Kai's game, at the Emperor's Cup. So yeah, it's always cool to see a familiar face, even out here in Japan. So yeah, it's I'd say it's a good thing.
Kai, same question from Kiko.
They already answered it pretty well, so I don't have much to say anymore. But I'm just excited to see all of them. I mean, especially Dwight and AJ, especially AJ, because I've never played against AJ. So I'm really excited to play against Nagasaki and Hokkaido. Just good to see them again.
Okay, we're gonna mark our calendars for that to be able to see that big matchup between you and AJ. Kiko, if you can, if you want a question, just use your mic. It's either that or he might be having some problems. That's why he's typing it out. But Kiko, if you want to give a question to any of the players joining us, please do so.
Don't be shy, Kiko.
One of our friends from Signal, one of the broadcasters here. Okay, he's typing it out. So he says, Kai, a new team in the Koshigai Alphas. How are you looking to build on your strong performances from Gilas Pilipinas and the FIBA OQT to help your new squad? I guess he doesn't want to talk, Kai.
So, I guess he's shy. I mean, I just have to continue on working. I think the confidence that I gained from the past OQT, it really helped me a lot coming to this season. I also have a big responsibility in this team this year, so I'm really excited. I mean, I'm up for the challenge, so it's gonna be a big year for me this year, and also for the team. Especially this team came from B2, so certain expectations. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be challenging, but it's gonna be fun.
Any other questions from our friends in the media? Jack, do you have any more questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, so nothing also from Kiko, nothing from the rest of the guys. Well, we're not going to hold on to the players too long if you guys don't have any more questions. Before we let you three go, let's start off first with Dwight. Dwight, maybe just a message to the fans that have been supporting you through all these years and are looking forward to another season of you in the B-League.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the fans, the Gilas fans, the fans in Hokkaido, and just fans of the B-League. You guys always support me, and I really appreciate it. Keeps me going.
Dwight, we see a lot of your standees all around town now because we know that you're supporting one of the convenience stores, and so just about everywhere we go, we see your face.
That should be good then.
Okay, AJ, what about you? Your message to the fans.
Yeah, to the fans, just appreciate you guys for your support. Obviously, it's been a long time coming for me, since last year, playing in the B-League last November, actually. So, yeah, looking forward to your support this season, and yeah, hoping for a long, healthy season.
And so we're going to end here with Kai Soto, who started out answering the questions here. Kai?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the people who's been supporting and watching our games, and supporting the league. And I just hope you guys continue to support, and hope you keep watching our games, especially Dwight's game, AJ's games, and my games. They'll be good games. So, yeah, I hope to see you, most of you guys, this year. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun season. So, see you all.
Okay, before we let you guys go, Kiko is sending me another question. And he says, can we ask AJ about his thoughts on the 4-point line? AJ, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I appreciate the PBA for, trying to do something new, trying to be innovative. And yeah, all I can say is I respect that they're trying something new. I guess we have to see more in the long run whether that's successful or not. In my opinion, right now, I'd say I don't know if that's the right direction, but I guess we'll wait and see as the season goes on.
Thanks, AJ. Well, Kai, there's one more question here from Kennedy, who apparently is just joining us. I know you answered this a while ago, but can you answer it for Kennedy? Kennedy's wondering, how healthy are you right now heading into the season?
I'm healthy. Period.
That's all he needs to say. He's ready. He's raring to go. All these players are ready to go. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you all the best for the season to come.
All
right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's going to be it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here for the tip-off conference for the B-League season 2024-2025. Don't forget to catch the games. We have 1 or 2 games every Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. To the players, all the best. We'll follow your careers all throughout the season. From our friends in the media, once again, thank you for joining us here this afternoon. Take care, everybody. God bless.